Russ. Hey, we're back out on the road again. What's the temperature out today? I think it's like currently right now about 71. Yeah, the ideal temperature. It's gonna get warmer today though. I think they said it's gonna get as high as like 84. So what time is it right now? 9:09, early in the morning. Yeah, I'm about a week ahead of you guys at this point. What is it? This is May 20th. I don't know when you guys are gonna see this. You guys probably won't see this until the following Tuesday. Something like that. Either that or the following Monday, one of the two. Gotta make a Anything Goes Monday video. And of course my writing videos. Yeah, depending on what we talk about today, it might be a Monday video. We'll see. So what am I writing today? This is the Freedare Eden. Yeah, the Eden is the step-through version. The Sega is their step-over version. Go check them out. Yeah, there's an affiliate link in the description of the video. Take a look at it at least. Yeah, let me say this. If you haven't looked at their site, do me a favor, click on the affiliate link and just go look at it. Let them know that you're at least checking out their video or their bikes because of the video. Okay? Yeah, just go ahead and click on that. Let them know. And if you like it, you buy one. If you don't, well, what can I say? It's a good bike though. I like it. Handlebars are different. As I said in the past, you know, it's not a straight handlebar. It kind of curves towards you. I don't know if you can see that. Can you guys see that? Kind of angles towards you. So handlebars are closer to you because of that. I do lean forward just a tad, a bit, and that's only because I have my seat post quite high. I actually swapped out the seat post on theirs. Theirs is a little bit lower. I wanted one a little taller, and I put a Bikeroo saddle on there. It's one of the older ones that had more cush to it than the current ones do. And I was kind of tempted because Amazon sent me a thing, said, hey, the Bikeroos are on sale. I don't know what they were selling for, like $21 each. Yeah, good price, but I don't know. If it's the same as the older ones, the newer ones that are kind of harder, I'm not that interested then, you know. So having the older one that was just kind of sitting around, get it? I figured, hey, might as well use it. So that's what we're on right now. So where are we headed? I have no idea. I just wanted to get out before it starts getting too warm. Now you might be thinking, Russ, it's 71 degrees. It's not gonna get that warm that fast. Well, you'd be surprised. Sometimes it does get warm quickly. I like having a cool breeze on me when I'm riding. I don't like a hot breeze on me when I'm riding. So the bike started out with about 91% battery on here. I guess I didn't have it fully at 100%. Sometimes I don't charge to 100%. I say, oh, that's close enough, and then I pull it. And then I usually top it off before I take the ride. But you know, I made a quick decision to get out there, and I didn't top it off. So I says, well, let's see. We're down to about 87%, so we can't go too far. I've noticed a lot more pollen and stuff flying around. Yeah, can you guys see that? Yeah, it's like going through a snowstorm. That's terrible. Although some people told me before that it's not pollen. What did they call it? Cottonwood? Is that what they said? Cotton something? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know, but it's still kind of messy. So what's been going on with me? Well, it's been about a week since the diagnosis of me not being in danger of diabetes anymore, although some have mentioned you're not in total freedom of diabetes until you hit 5.6. Yeah, I'm about 6.3, I believe, right now. It's okay. I think a lot of it too could be, you know, the initial A1C reading was, you know, it's your progress over 3 months, and you have to remember too, the beginning part of that 3 months, I was at full-blown 13.2. So to get down to 6.3 over the 3 months where we were really high too for at least the first month and something, probably, right? It's not so bad. I mean, I could very well be 5.6 if they start taking it from now till to the next 3 months. Don't know. But until they take me off of the medication and they take me off of everything, then of course you're still under medical issues. It's okay. I don't mind as long as I wasn't 13.2. I'm okay with it. It's not that bad. And like I said before, I kind of feel that the hold on a second here. I kind of feel that the yeah, I'm losing my train of thought again. See, this is what happens. Cars coming. I'm thinking about that more so than what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. The diabetes was kind of like a blessing in disguise because it got me into curbing my eating habits. You know, so we're down 35 pounds, and this past week I've been checking my weight. As I told you guys, sometimes it kind of goes up and down a pound. It still goes up down a pound. 13, it'll be 2, what am I at? 233 right now. But the other day, 234. Yeah, it goes up and down a pound. It's okay. So I'm between 34 and 35 pounds down. Today I'm 35 pounds down. I think the new goal is trying to hit about 210, 205, 210. I don't know whether I can do it, but that's the goal. You got to put a goal, right? You don't put a goal, then you never strive for it. So yeah, we'll say 210. What's that? Another 25 pounds? Could we do another 25 pounds? I don't know. Now, some of the advice that you guys gave me is, you know, pedal more. Yeah, that's true. Got to pedal more. Put it on the lower gear, pedal more, you know, so you're not straining the knee, but it's keeping the legs moving quicker. That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, that was Pedro. Thank you so much for that advice. I'll try my best to try to pedal a little bit more, get some exercise in there. Now, somebody asked me what my blood pressure was. He says, "Are you under?" What did he say? Under 130 or something? Yeah, I think at the doctor's office it came out to, what was it? 127 over 70 something? I don't know. It was pretty good. I keep thinking that, you know, my other doctor told me that he believes my blood pressure cuff meter, whatever you want to call it, is inaccurate because their readings always come out lower than my readings. Well, my readings always come out like 140 over 80 in that range, give or take. So 145 over 80 sometimes too. So I don't know what to believe, but every time I go to the doctor's office, it seems to be lower. And this is 2 different doctors, so it's 2 different measuring things that they've used, 2 different people taking it. I even had my doctor take it an additional time, and it's the same thing. He got a lower reading, but it's okay. I guess if as long as they feel I'm doing okay, I won't worry too much about it. So, what else are we talking about today? Well, as you notice here, all the garbage cans are out. Yeah, we have garbage collections on different days, depending on where you are in the city. I believe we're in Arlington Heights right now. Apparently this is their garbage day. kind of a hassle to bring your garbage out to the front curb. I mean, some parts of Chicago, they have alleys. You guys have alleys in your area? Put a comment below. In which case, then the garbage guys will just pick up the garbage because it's kind of sitting next to your property in the alley area. But here in the suburbs, a lot of times you got to wheel the garbage collection out to the front, and then the guys will come out and pick up the stuff. Now, they used to do it by hand, right? Where they have to actually lift up the container and dump it. Now it's all automatic with the truck has two arms that kind of come out, grabs the thing and tosses it over the top. So it's a lot easier for the guys now than in the past. And same thing for the recycle bins. They kind of look the same. They do the same thing. They kind of grab it and then they throw it. The only thing that they have to really pick up is if you have loose, big stuff that you can't fit inside there and you just kind of leave it on the grass to the side, then they got to get off the truck and then manually throw it in. I mean, every time they have one of my e-bike boxes, they got to get off the truck and manually toss it in there. It's too big, and the two swing arms don't grab stuff like that because it's designed to grab these containers. Oh, somebody mentioned too that our Chicago area, the grass looks nice and green. Yeah, it's green now. It won't be green later, I'll tell you that. People tend to try to conserve water out here. Some of the areas, water is very expensive here, and so they don't usually water the grass, and it starts browning out. And somebody mentioned out in California, yeah, we have like 2 weeks of green grass, and the rest of the time it's brown. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I used to live in California too, so I know what that was like. Yeah, this will probably be an Anything Goes Monday video, I think. Yeah, we're not talking too much about e-bikes, talking about a little bit of everything else. So that's okay. Had to do a Monday video anyway. I was hoping this would have been a video for bike stuff, but hey, whatever comes into my brain. All right, well, we're heading towards Bussy Woods. I'm not going to do it though. Let's take a left here. I'm not going to do it. Don't feel like doing it. Feel like just riding around. Now in the Freedare, I didn't turn on the app again. I don't see the need to do it unless I'm tracking something, right? I mean, some people track their rides 100%. They want to know how far they've ridden, how long they've ridden, all that stuff. The app will cover all that for you. But I'm not doing that, so I don't need to turn it on. What I do notice though a lot is that every time the bike gets touched, I get a text message saying somebody's messing with my bike. I mean, even in the house, I have all these bikes in one of the rooms. I have, I guess this person's waiting for me. In that case, we'll go. And then if I need to get past it, I usually have to move the bike a little bit to get past the bike. And every time I move the bike, it sends me a text message saying someone's messing with your bike. So, I think this morning I turned on the app just to turn it on. It had like 30 messages. 30 messages it sent to me between the last time I used the bike and until now. It's because, you touch the bike and it just tells you somebody messed with your bike. I mean, even when I took the battery off, I took the main battery off the bike, still was sending me messages. I think there was residual power still in the system, even though you unplugged the battery. Or something is in there. Maybe they have an internal battery that keeps the memory on the display screen. I don't know. Something kept sending it to me. I says, man, I unplugged the battery and it's still sending me messages. somebody steals your battery, it's still sending you messages. So yeah, eventually it stopped. I think I must have ran out of the battery or the residual power or something like that. Eventually stopped sending the messages, but yeah, it did for quite a while. So 30 messages later, when I finally used the bike, when you turn on the app on your phone and you just kind of swipe through to get rid of that message, had to swipe through 30 times to get rid of all those things. So yeah, if you buy one of these things, just be aware, anyone touches your bike, even at home, it's gonna send you that text message and say, hey, somebody's messing with your bike. Yeah, it's pretty sensitive. Let's go forward. Let's see what's up this way. Give you an idea what some of the neighborhoods look like. You know, some of the houses here seem a little bit older. I mean, not real old. I would say older, of course. The designs are a little bit different. You know, you can tell the difference between some of the modern houses and some of the older houses. Yeah, it gives your neighborhoods a little bit of character. This one house I'm passing right now, it looks like a mansion. And that's, well, not, I would say a mansion, but what would you call it? Like a plantation. I think of like the old South or something, you know. Like Rhett Butler. Gone with the Wind type of plantation look to it. Hey, you guys down in the South, you guys still have houses like that? I would imagine you might, right? Do you? I mean, all I know is the things I see on movies. You guys still have that out there? Yeah, comment below if you're from the South. Yeah, all you guys from the South, put a comment. Let me know how many guys we have out in the South who are watching Russ is Right. Yeah, by the time you guys see this video, we would have passed the 19,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for that. This morning, when I looked at it, I think we were shy by 18 people, which tells me we'll pass that in the next day or two, of course. But yeah, appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button. Yeah, I'm very anxious to see what it looks like when it finally says 20,000. Yeah, we should do that this year. I'm pretty sure we will. Usually, every season you'll get 1,000 or more people who will subscribe, and I have noticed that people are watching because yeah, it's getting to bike riding season. Oh, thank you too. I noticed that a couple of you guys have bought some magicycle bikes. Thank you so much for that. Sometimes I don't check the statistics to find out what's going on, but I decided to look at it and I go, oh yeah, some people bought some magicycle bikes, and I know one of you guys bought 2 of them. Thank you. Yeah, those things really help me. Whenever you use the affiliate links, it really does help me out. I get a slight commission when you do that, and all it is just you, instead of going directly to the websites of the bike companies, you go to the affiliate links that are in the description of all my videos, or you can go to russisright.com, and it'll have things listed. You click on that to get to the site. You know, even whether you order or you don't, use that to do it. And then when you place your order, after you click on it, then they know it comes from me, you see. And it doesn't cost you any extra. And sometimes there's even some discount codes in there for you. But what it does is when you do actually place an order, it gives a slight commission to me. So it really helps me. Thank you. Oh, and X-Needle helmets too. I've noticed people have been starting to buy X-Needle helmets. Hey, you know, if you haven't bought a new helmet in a while and you're looking for one better, yeah, consider the X-Needle. I've been wearing this X-Needle helmet now over a year and a half or more now. Yeah, I use it pretty much all the time. And we know firsthand, I can't say firsthand, from friends who had accidents and then kind of messed up their helmet by bumping their head, and X-Needle has sent them replacement helmets. It's their policy, so it's good. We know it works because we know they do it. And I don't think they told him that, hey, you know, I know Russ or anything like that. They just do it. It's the policy. So yeah, go take a look at X Needle helmets, and there's a discount code for that too. Save you a few dollars here and there. All right, what else? What else is new? What else is happening? Where are we at? We're about 76%. And I don't know how much we've ridden. I didn't reset the counter. I always forget to reset the counter. I tell you, I take the bikes out, I forget to hit the trip reset. Now, had I had the app running, we would know what it is. But I was too lazy to turn on the app. Too lazy. This is what happens when you're lazy. Yeah, the Freedare is pretty responsive. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the magicycles. But it has certain features that the magicycles don't have, right? Yeah, so it has a 48 volt system. I don't know whether I notice much difference whether it's a 48 or a 52, really. These things do pretty good. They move pretty well. I think what makes more of a difference to me is what the amp hour rating of the battery is. This is a 20 amp hour battery, just like, you know, what's on a Deere is a 20 amp hour battery. So, you know, that amp hour rating is what tells you how far you're going to be able to go, really. If your battery's only 15 amp hours, you're not going to go as far as the 20 amp hours. You're just going to run out of juice eventually. So you want the bigger battery, but of course the bigger batteries also mean, let's see, we got to turn here. Bigger battery also means it's heavier on your bike. This bike's pretty heavy as it is, but really, if you think about it, does it really matter that much? I mean, once we're moving, we really don't notice the weight difference. What happens is when you're not moving, that's when you're going to notice it. You run out of battery and you got to pedal it all the way back home by yourself, then you're going to notice that weight. Oh, sorry about that. Going across the camera again with my arm. Had to pick off I don't know, is that cottonwood? What is that stuff? It's stuck on my arm. Yeah, I'm wearing the long sleeve shirt again. I don't have a jacket or anything like that on. It's okay. Today it's okay. You know, there's a time when even just doing this simple ride around here, I would still need the map just to guide me through, but I'm beginning to recognize the neighborhoods around here. I mean, it's not my neighborhood, but I go past it so much, I begin to remember stuff. I always say stuff. Yeah, it's just an easy day, that's all. Oh, I did mention to somebody on one of the comments that, you know, it's talking to you guys is what keeps me keeps me going. Yeah, I don't get bored because I have someone to talk to. It's like a riding buddy, right? You guys are my riding buddies. You may not be with me now, but you'll be with me later when you're watching. So I just kind of talk to you guys just like I would talk to anybody else that is riding along with me. More than one person has said in the past, it's like riding with a buddy. Yeah, it is. You guys are with me like you're a buddy of mine, and then as you watch me, you kind of feel like you're riding with a buddy. Some of you guys even ride your bikes while watching me, which means you're really not watching me, but you're listening to me. That's okay. I appreciate that too. Still counts as far as YouTube is concerned. Whether you watch me or just listen to me, it still counts. So it works. Thank you. I keep wondering when I'll finally stop sniffling, because I sniffle quite a bit. Seems like every time I'm out on the bike, I'm sniffling. It's the way it is. So overall, I have a good time with you guys. You know, people have asked, like I said in the past, about that Bluetooth speaker I had on my Rad Rover 5. Yeah, I haven't used that much since I bought it. This guy's door is wide open for me to hit him. Yeah, always steer clear of cars parked because you never know, they may open the door on you. Yeah, I haven't used that much at all. And I bought it originally just to kind of keep me company. I figured, yeah, let's listen to some music or something. Nope. Found it was better just to talk and ride. Yeah, man, it's all over the ground over here. Yeah, it's got to be those trees because maybe in this area they have those trees and they're all coming down. It's like billowing. Down to 71%. Yeah, the battery actually is pretty long on this battery. I mean, I think, yeah, one time I took this bike to Bussy Woods. It's the last time I rode it. I went into Bussy, but I didn't go totally around. I think I could have gone totally around Bussy and came back out. I would have been fine. But the thing is, you know, when the bikes are unproven, you haven't taken it out and tried it before, and you haven't measured how much life you have on the batteries. You don't really want to do stuff like that and then find out later that was a mistake to do and you get stuck somewhere. You don't want to be stuck anywhere. But the battery's proved itself. It's doing well. I don't think, I don't know, did I do a range test on this battery? I'm not sure. But I wouldn't doubt this thing would do. Hear a kid screaming. He's on the, we used to call them the monkey bars. You guys, you know what I'm talking about? He's on one of those kids things screaming up there. Now, if I didn't do the range, I don't know if I will on this one or not. I'm pretty sure I can do 30 miles out of this thing. I was looking at the log of all of the statistics of the bikes that I've done it with. Most of them will do 28 to 30 at least. So there's no doubt this one would as well. There's a little dog just looking around. So I have no doubt that this one would. So it's okay. You know, all of those numbers are invalid now that I've lost some weight because we've noticed that, you know, with the weight loss, it is affecting my ride. We're going to get more range out of me and the battery, and I'm pedaling better now, pedaling more, pedaling better. So yeah, your weight does make a difference. It definitely does. You know, I haven't taken out in a while, but I think it's time to take it out soon, is probably the Himiway Zebra. Yeah, I haven't taken that out in a while. You know, I haven't taken the Himiway Rambler out either. So I did notice that Himiway did not jump in on our video. You know, I invited them to comment on our videos and nothing. So they didn't jump in on it. I don't know if I'll tell them further. If they do, they do, but I don't think I'm going to tell them in advance because, you know, if they're not going to jump in, then why bother? It's too much headache to let them know when we're doing stuff. So, maybe I'll do it one more time and just let them know, hey, a video's coming out, and see if they jump in on it. If they don't, well, that'll be the end of that. So. But anyway, I still want to take their bike out. I still have those two bikes. The Rambler is the one that I have from them is the better version. What do they call that? The premium? I don't know what they call it. It's the one with the mid-drive. It's the only mid-drive bike I have. The rest of them are hub motors, and the hub motors seem to work better for me. But I kept the Rambler because I wanted at least one mid-drive bike to ride around. You know, it's a commuter style bike with a mid-drive on it. Yeah, the mid-drives you gotta shift, right? And a lot of the people, you know, when they found out you had to shift, they had no interest anymore. They said, "No, I'd rather not shift." The thing is, I don't shift a whole lot either. If you notice, I haven't shifted since we got on the bike. Yeah, I'm still sitting on 7, even when I'm pedaling. So, yeah, I don't shift. But that bike will make you shift. If you pedal, it's going to make you shift. It does have a throttle, but that kind of defeats the whole reason why you have the mid-drive. The mid-drive is for people who like to shift, like to work it like a regular bike. And there's a number of people who like it that way. Southern e-biking, he likes his mid-drive bikes, right? He likes to shift. But not everybody does. Some people don't want to shift. Ah, there's the garbage guy. You see how it grabs that thing? Yeah, just kind of grabs the garbage can and tosses it in. Yeah, it's much better that way. It's a lot easier for the guys. I always wave hi to the garbage guys when they come and pick up my garbage. You guys do that? Yeah, I appreciate those guys. They probably wonder why I keep having all these bike boxes for them to throw out. Yeah, I told you a story about one of the neighbors saying, "Oh, poor guy keeps putting the box out there and they never take it, so he puts another one out there next week. And then he does it again and he does it again." They think it's the same box. It's not. It's different boxes. Then I finally told him, "No, it's different boxes. I got different boxes coming my way. I got a new one every week." Doesn't come every week, but it seems that way sometimes. All right, that's about all I have for you guys today, really. I don't have a whole lot more to say. Let's turn over here. And yeah, I usually give a head nod to people as I pass them. Sometimes you'll see people will wave at me. Sometimes they say hello. Yeah, a lot of people in this area are pretty friendly. Can't say that everywhere I go, but around here, yeah, they are. Yeah, even the bike riders. See, she gave me a little wave. All we do for our wave, we just lift our fingers up. Because, you know, we're holding on to the bike handlebars. We don't got time to lift up our hands. So, all right, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Talk to you guys next time.